Yo, what is going on, Internet? Digirex here, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new video. And in today's video, we're just going to be taking a quick look at the Halfdan-D. So now this is a hockey auto rifle that you can obtain through the Gunsmith by spending weapon parts, just a random package. And if you get a certain role, the role that I'm using and displaying in this video, which happens to have Outlaw and Rampage, this thing can be an absolute beast. So, auto rifles aren't in the best spot right now. They aren't really used in PvP or PvE, unfortunately, although this weapon is unique and it is pretty damn good. So it is slower firing, and it has 33 in the mag. If you get an extended clip, I believe you can get that up to 37. But it is so slow firing, it gives the illusion that you have more in the mag, because it is a heavy hitter. You are doing a lot of damage to the enemies with this, so you normally don't need your full mag to mow down a couple of enemies, especially when you have Rampage on this weapon. I really like this weapon because it kind of emulates a full auto scout rifle. It fires super slowly. It can even one-shot stuff like Scions in the head in the Heroic Strike playlist. Stuff like that really emulates that of a scout rifle. So now I'm sure you guys are also saying, how does this compare to the Breakneck? So this thing has a lot more range than the Breakneck, and this is a very good thing because a lot of PvE areas are very big. In PvP, range doesn't really matter on a lot of weapons besides hand cannons, but in PvE there are very big areas compared to PvP. And things like the Reckoning, the Breakneck I would use a lot during the Reckoning, and sometimes you could not hit enemies or you could not do effective damage from far away. With this weapon, because of the range and because of the slower fire rate, the recoil is really easy to control, especially if you're on PC, so I wouldn't really pay much attention to that stability stat just because it's so slow firing, is so easy to control anyway. I also like this over the Breakneck because you don't have to play 40 games of Gambit. So if you don't have Breakneck already, this is a much better solution to your problem. This will fuel your need for an auto rifle that can rip some stuff up in PvE, and I really like that. So this is a Halfdan-D weapon review, and I hate to be comparing it to the Breakneck throughout the entire weapon review, but Breakneck is the other main contender for the best PvE auto rifle, so I do like to compare it to that. The reason I really like this is just because of the range that you get with it. You can take out enemies from super far away, and if you have Outlaw, it is faster than a Breakneck reload. Even when the Breakneck perk is activated, it is an extremely fast reload. It's not even that slow anyway. It might be a little bit slow, but the Breakneck's reload is also fairly slow. The Breakneck, I will admit, may be better at closer ranges, especially when you have Onslaught and 3 stacks of Rampage. This thing will also rip up at close range, but I do like this better for the longer ranges that you can fight at in PvE, especially in harder difficulties, because you don't want to have to get super close with the Breakneck or even the Recluse in things like raids and stuff like that, because those are high light. Getting close to things can lead to death. With this weapon allows you to sit back a little bit more with the auto rifle, which is kind of nice. Like I said, the low fire rate and high impact sort of emulates a scout rifle, which is nice. As you see, I can hit enemies from fairly far away. Now this weapon I really only think is good with this Outlaw Rampage role. I was pretty lucky to get it, but I'm sure you guys have plenty of weapon parts that you can spend if you haven't been spending them. I know I have a ton of weapon parts, so you guys just go ham on the Gunsmith. And if you get this Outlaw Rampage role, I'm sure you will be very happy because this role is really nice. I'm telling you guys this right now. Go after this weapon, especially if you don't have Breakneck and you want to grind for Breakneck. This weapon is the perfect auto rifle to grind for Breakneck. So one more thing I want to mention that I like to mention about things when I talk about weapons is the appearance of this weapon. I like this hockey auto rifle style. It kind of reminds me of like a current time, a modern military rifle, which is pretty cool because a lot of the weapons in Destiny are very flashy or different, just crazy stuff like hive worm gods on your weapons and shit like that. But this weapon just takes it classic, a very cool looking modern auto rifle. In PvP, I would not use this thing. I would not recommend using any auto rifle in PvP. If you're going to use any auto rifle in PvP, I'd probably use Galron's right hand. This thing might be decent, but I would definitely not recommend it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go after the Halfdan-D, use some different weapons. This gun is also fairly unique and people will be asking questions where you got it and how good is it. It's really fun to use these unique weapons, especially when they're really effective like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more Destiny and any other games I might be streaming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been WoRm.Storm. Peace. Come around, 'cause I never can leave.